Smitty McQueen Sports Show here January 17th, 2017. Matt, lots to talk about. It's going to be a sad day. I mean, we all know why. Breaking news will lead off, then we'll get into the sad subjects, postseason football, obviously, NFL playoffs. Then we'll dive down into some college basketball with our rankings, and then some recaps of last night's game, along with some matchups tonight. There's some good ones out there. Top 25 matchups, I think maybe one or two, if not top 25 teams playing. Then remember, tomorrow night, we are back with you guys, the fans. It is Wednesday night call-in night. I think we're not sure. I think 7 o'clock we were thinking.
Yes.
That'll be. So definitely we'll welcome you guys back for the first time this year. It's been like over a month since we've had our fan night, so I'm kind of excited. I'm sure we're going to have some, who knows, fans who are upset, happy, who knows. Whatever. We'll be here. We'll be taking your calls, and I look forward to it. I always do. Hope you do, Matt. Let's get the show started. Why don't you lead us into our breaking news?
Thank you, Smitty McQueen. It's great to be on here again.
Yeah.
It's the end of our football team season, so we got to move on.
Yep.
I'm going to try.
It's hard.
It's devastating.
And we're going to talk more about it, yeah.
Breaking news to start out. Last night, there were reports that Jose Bautista and the Blue Jays were close to a deal to retain their superstar outfielder. Well, today, not even 5 minutes ago, you just said he has signed a one-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays.
With a mutual option after this year's contract expires. So.
He's up in age, so I can see that. And he's a high-risk, high-reward type of player.
Yeah.
So that's good for them. They get at least one guy back with Encarnacion going to the Indians. So more baseball news. When I woke up yesterday, I was so happy that Danny Duffy and the Royals agreed to a 5-year, $65 million contract extension to stay in Kansas City. This basically means that Danny Duffy is the ace of this rotation. After Volquez, we're saying goodbye to Volquez, and after picking up Nathan Carnes, this is a solid foundation to keep guys.
It is. And I feel like you guys got a bargain deal for him. That was a great deal you guys got on that.
That's correct.
For a veteran, he's your veteran ace now. This is a great move for the Royals to keep him 5 more years. That's a lot of years. Especially after losing Dyson and
Wade
Davis. Yeah.
This contract, he will be making $5 million this coming season, and they backloaded this contract deal. So I think it's like 17. So it's something. I'd have to go look at it. I retweeted it. If you follow me on Twitter, I have it on there. If you follow all the baseball guys, they have it on there too. They have all the deals about it. And Royals Review has more insight on that. We had some more football. Football was the story of this weekend. And NFL-wise, anyway. Pete Carroll announced that cornerback Richard Sherman played through an MCL injury in the whole second half of the season. This could be a problem with maybe an investigation with the NFL by not telling trainers or by not telling the media or the higher-up NFL people or the Players Association.
He wasn't...
That you got to say whether they're injured or not. You really do. And this could be a liability for that team. I'm not a Seahawks fan, so...
Yeah, you got to have this on your injury report.
Yes.
And I don't think he was ever listed on there with this. Maybe he was. I don't recall, but I remember the Cowboys one year getting fined for this because they didn't have, I believe it was Romo or something, on the injured report. So, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Leads us into our next, more NFL news. Jaguars interviewing Chip Kelly for their offensive coordinator job. Would you take him as an offensive coordinator?
Yes. He is built to be an OC. not a head coach.
Right away.
Right away. He developed Oregon and Marcus Mariota. And,
Yeah.
I can't think of all the players' names that went up there, but they, like Jeff Schwartz went up there.
Yeah.
These guys, they know Chip Kelly very well. And the players who played for him know that he's a better offensive-minded coach. That's what the Jaguars need with their talent that they have.
I'm a little...
This could be good.
Yeah, I think it's great. I really wish the Titans would have went after Chip Kelly as their OC. Put Mariota and Chip back together. They will be dangerous. We saw what they did at Oregon. It was pretty remarkable.
Yes.
Now he's with the Jaguars, an in-division rival. Maybe. Obviously, it's not official news yet, but there is a chance. It sounds like that he is their top guy they're going after. Next, Josh McDaniels, the former Broncos head coach, and now the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, removes his name from consideration to be the Knicks 49ers head coach. Are you shocked about this? I'm not.
That head coaching job, it looks like Kyle Shanahan's to lose. So, yeah, I like Josh McDaniels. Why would you want to leave Tom Brady if you were ever coached him? Why would you ever want to leave him? Not that I would, but if I was a coach, sure, I would coach Tom Brady. But it's a smart move by him to not go to the 49ers. Not saying the 49ers are trash, but they're trash.
Not that they are. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, 49ers are not that good. Obviously, what are they going to do with quarterback? Colin Kaepernick's contract's up. I don't think they'll bring him back. I think Kaepernick might be out of a job. Really. I really do believe that. Next, 3 Oregon football players hospitalized after grueling strength and conditioning workouts last week. Multiple sources described the workouts as akin to military basic training, with one saying to include up to an hour of continuous push-ups and up downs. A school official told the paper that the training staff did not witness any players fainting, despite a claim that some had passed out. Also today, Twitter went crazy. The players were saying, no, this is not nothing big. The coaches are doing a great job. They're not overworking us or any of that. So it's very iffy right now. I don't know what really to say. I mean, Oregon, I'm an Oregon fan. I need to know more info about this. It's sad, though, that 3 players are hospitalized. And I believe Oregon, they need to figure their stuff out. Got rid of Helfrich this year after a horrible season. And then on top of it, now this comes out. So definitely not a good thing. I will look for that, Matt. I'm going to let you finish the last one, and I'm going to look for what the player, and I might even be able to see it. Because I've still got Oregon players react on Twitter to hospitalization story. The workouts are just fine. Coach O is getting us right. So they seem. I mean, it's not. It seems like it's not. It's what the media
portrays it to be. They blow everything out of proportion. But Jay Young, thanks for the comment. It does sound like they are soft. And if you play football, if you've ever played football, you know that workouts, even in high school,
ferocious.
You're not, unless you work out during the summer, like consistently, and you come football season time, like legit football season time, you know that the workouts, there's always those guys that are huffing and puffing on the sidelines or on the practice field and throwing up somewhere or whatever. They're getting heat exhaustion. They just didn't prepare themselves. And I like how the coach is changing things
right now.
And the players just got to get used to it. That's all I can say.
He came in right away, and he's working them hard right away. I love it. Oregon is a fast-tempo team. This is what's shocking. That means last year with Helfrich, he must not have worked them that hard. So I like I like what I'm seeing so far. Oregon will be back there next year. I mean, they're not going to be top team, I don't think. Obviously, last year really hurt. It hurts recruits. You've seen recruits decommit because of the performances last year, new head coach, all that. But I believe that Oregon will be back. And
I agree.
I was on their facilities, their football facility here 2-3 weeks ago. Holy cow. I've still got to post all the pictures on my profile, but once I do, you need to check it out. It's crazy. They have everything. There's soccer fields, baseball fields, softball fields, everything. Just incredible. Beautiful camp, a beautiful sports complex place. Didn't get to see the football field, but I got to see the stadium, and then the stuff, the indoor. You could see the indoor practice facility right there. Then all their football training. I mean, it's incredible. So definitely Oregon will be back because they have the facilities if they get the right coach in there where people will want to come and play there. Knicks, Warriors, Draymond Green. He's in the headlines again. Gets a flagrant foul for a hit on LeBron James in Monday night's game in Oakland. Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Have you heard about it?
But when I went into the office today, and Eric and Kyle and Seth and Ryan and them and Matt, and they were all talking about it.
I caught I didn't even catch that.
They were talking about
late.
this whole debacle with LeBron James flopping again. So I haven't seen it personally, but
I mean LeBron did flop, but my thing,
kind of like the guy that Travis Kelce pushed.
Yeah,
that guy played it off pretty well.
Yes,
but
my thing with Draymond Green, this is not your first run-in.
No.
This is not your second run-in. This is not your third. This is over and over and over again. You are a punk. I cannot stand you. The league needs to do something about this. Suspend him more. Fine him more. Something. Get his act together. He is a hothead. I do not like Draymond Green. I never have. He needs to get lit up sometime. I wish he was in the NFL where he could just get taken out. Because I think it would be pretty awesome to see.
That would be nice.
Like I said, I am not a Draymond Green fan.
I like your enthusiasm
up.
with that. That's good. That gusto. I'm not an NBA fan because of people like him. Because of teams just there's no defense at all. Historically, there's not been defense in the NBA, and not like college anyway. And I don't treat the NBA like they know they're getting paid, so they're like, oh, let's all get triple doubles, let's all score at 130 points a game, 140 points a game. I don't know.
Enough's enough. That's my thing. If you're gonna hurt someone, yes, LeBron flopped. I saw it, but it's enough.
Yeah, if you're a professional athlete, act like it. Show it off the court and on the court.
You got role model. You got little kids looking up to you. You are a role model, and you're gonna act this childish on the basketball court. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah,
he's a hothead. I've already went off about him.
Sorry. Let's save your emotions for here in our next segment here.
No, we'll be all right there.
So, move on from breaking news. Correct? Do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. Well, I mean, let's check. But
I do not have anything else.
No, I'm good.
The NFL Divisional recap from this past weekend. First off, I went 1-3 in my picks. He went 2-2. We are now tied again at 72-39. We played it out that way, just so everybody knows.
And we're gonna keep it that way, obviously.
We're gonna make sure we pick the same teams.
We're so upset.
From the matchups from Saturday, the Falcons' offense, number one in the country for a reason, and they showed it. 36-20 victory over the Seahawks to advance the NFC Championship game. I thought the Seahawks would pull it through with their history in the playoffs the last 5 years. But the Falcons are just so good on offense. And their defense, Vic Beasley, is a monster.
He is.
On the defensive
Year
side.
2, right? Year 2.
Year 2, and he is just destroying.
He's crazy.
And I love seeing that from edge rushers. Another game.
I just want to add some stuff with the NFC game right there. The Falcons started off slow. I think you could see in each matchup this week, by teams struggled.
Yes.
It was 7-0 after the first quarter, but the second quarter, not so much for the Falcons. They scored 19 of their 36 in that quarter.
That's true.
And that's where they opened.
I agree that
19-10.
the bye teams had a little rust on them.
Yeah, it definitely took them a quarter.
Yes.
It definitely did. And
So
I don't like the buys, and I'll get into that later.
the second game on Saturday, it was Saturday night. Patriots showed up in the second half after a close first half to defeat the Houston Texans in Foxborough 34-16, just like we all predicted, right? You picked the Patriots 31-17. I had the Patriots 28-10. We had the margins close, just a little bit off. You were really close, actually. Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and he came through in the clutch at home. Not clutch, but to being only up by 1 at halftime.
Yeah.
To only limiting them to 3 points in the second half. That's awesome.
Yeah, and in the game there, and I don't know if you watched it, but I watched most of that game. The Falcons game I didn't see much of, but that game there, the Patriots helped the Texans kind of feel like they had a chance. There was a big personal foul penalty that was good. It was a 3-and-out for Texans, but all of a sudden a personal foul on New England, and that gave the Texans life. They went down, they got some points, they come back, and they get a turnover, and then they strike it. They put it in. I mean, it was a close game. It was really close. I mean, this was a close game, and closer than people thought. But Patriots came out in the second half, defended well, and they showed up when it mattered. So I gotta give the Patriots credit there. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, they're the favorites. They really are.
Yeah.
They're my favorite to win it. I mean, it's getting bad. They're dominant. They're the Alabama of college football. But I do see a team, and I will discuss that in our picks this weekend, who I think can give them the tough. It's only 2 teams, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say that. But I do believe the Patriots might falter here in the season.
Well, we have a good recap on Saturday's matchups. Sunday's matchups were awful for both of us because the end result for both games were just not fun at all for Chiefs fans or Cowboys fans.
We called each other and made sure we were okay. I'll be honest.
No suicide watch here. Not that that's funny, but we were good.
We were fine.
First match, Cowboys-Packers. Rodgers just continued his hot streak, like we had said for the last, I don't know, since the show began. We said Rodgers is going to be Rodgers. We had a gut feeling, a really gut feeling about it. And they pulled off an immaculate throw and catch to Jared Cook to set up a game-winning field goal by Crosby. We both took the Cowboys. It didn't turn out that way. You have any thoughts on this game? I know you do. What are your thoughts? What was going through your head? I heard you spiked your phone down after the game.
I was gonna say, do you need me to show you how it went? This phone here spiked it. Yes, luckily it was carpet. Thanks, OtterBox. I think we might need to get them to sponsor us because they did defend my phone. It was frustrating, you know. You go down a lot, and then you come back and tie it up. What? Dak Prescott. I mean, there's not much to say. He's a rookie, but he played as good as you can against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, head to head, they were just, their numbers are crazy. Dallas I'm gonna start with the first of the 3 field goals. There was 3 field goals, obviously, in the last 2 minutes of the ball game. There was a pass interference call, and on the Cowboys, it set up the Packers. They call it pass interference, which it was a holding. It was not a pass interference call. They got that wrong, which obviously puts the ball where the penalty took place. Had it been a holding, it would have been a 5-yard penalty.
Automatic first down.
Yeah.
But 5 yards.
But 5
Not
yards.
15 or the
Yes.
not spot foul like pass interference.
Yes. But it also kind of helped us because they wanted to just run the clock out, try to get a first down, save it, set up the game winner. Well, that wasn't the deal. They kicked it. We get it back. We go down. Everyone's complaining about the spike there. I think it was the right decision because you're wasting 15 seconds if you don't spike that to get everyone to the line again, call out your play, all of that. Then another 10 to take place at least with only 1 timeout. You want to save that timeout because let's say they had done that. They ran up, wasted 20 seconds. There were 40 seconds. They would have had 10 seconds to get the spike, then take a shot at the end zone. I think they played it good. It's the defense, that lost this. You cannot let Aaron Rodgers have the time he had, and he found, it was a great play. Aaron Rodgers is good, but I'm getting sick and tired of all these throw it up catches. He's good, but it's getting sick. It's sickening. No one else can do it. Randall Cobb also said in the postgame, I've told you this, and if you didn't hear it, he said that was not a play on the last play of the game. Rodgers just came in the huddle and said, go run around and act like you're playing in the sand. Like a sandbox. And
it worked.
It worked. Crazy. Yeah, that's just what's crazy. And Cowboys, it was just, you made him have to throw a perfect ball. And it was right to the sideline.
Going to his left.
Yeah. And then the field goal, indoors we're talking about, starts straight, and it curves back. That's when I decided, okay, I'm spiking my phone. That's ridiculous. We're indoors. That ball should not curve that much. But they
didn't punch the TV.
Like the fan.
Like the fan did last week.
Yes. There was one, though. There was a Cowboys man that went up and tackled it. I've got proof. I think it's on Twitter, maybe. I forget where. No, I got it through my Facebook messages. That's where it was. I have seen it. I've seen it all. I have seen it all. And then there was that fan. I wonder how he feels. He got that Super Bowl tat, calling the Cowboys champions. Probably not the smartest idea, buddy.
There's someone else I got one for next year too. So
already.
Yep.
Which and that's I'm glad in that because it's going to kind of take us into the next, take it into the next topic, but I was able to kind of with the Knicks game just relax and watch, cooled me down. And I watched the game, and after the game, I thought in my head, okay, let's go back. Let's flip the pages back. Let's look at the Cowboys season this year. Okay, week 2 of preseason. Tony Romo, your veteran quarterback. We saw how awful the Cowboys were last year without him. You find out you're going to lose him for the first 10 weeks of the season. You're thinking, oh, here we go again. However, Dak was doing, and when we drafted Dak, I thought, this is a good guy. He's going to let him learn under Romo, give him some experience, time. And then when Romo's done, Dak, he'd do all right. Just because he's versatile. He can throw, he can run when he needs to, use his legs when he needs to. I didn't expect him to have what he did this year. And that's where I go back, and I think of just the whole year. You have a starting running back, starting quarterback, both rookies, and you go 13-3 in their first years at the helm.
Win the 1 seed.
Yeah, and win the 1 seed, yes, in the NFC. Very, very, very positive vibes for me. That's what I took. It gave me a chance. Yes, I can think of many things in the game. The Bryce Butler, unsportsmanlike, they need to change that to an illegal substitution. I don't see anywhere where going into the huddle and leaving is unsportsmanlike. Illegal substitution. It was in the rule book. Not saying it wasn't. It was in the rule book, but it shouldn't be a 15-yard. Come on. How is that unsportsmanlike? I'm done with the Cowboys. I'll give you...
You want to lead in to the next?
Yes, and I can't wait till we rank the teams, give them at the end of the year, because these Cowboys are definitely going to... I think Dak's going to be... The Dak and company is going to be there for many years to come. They're pretty young. Okay, Matt. That leads us in. I know you don't want to talk about it either. Kind of like I was regretting to talk about that. But the Steelers obviously used 6 Chris Boswell field goals to push them past the Chiefs with an 18-16 win on Sunday night. We both had the Chiefs. You had a 3-point game. I had a 6-point game. Trust me, man, it's hard. It's hard.
Devastating.
I'm glad
I can describe it.
I'm glad that we took yesterday off, because I think we would have been a lot more into it.
Like, a lot more...
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Upset.
About the Chiefs game, I've been thinking about this.
It's all you. Take it.
I've been thinking about this pretty good, and it's I thought the unluckiest, you could say, or the game that the shocking moments of any playoff or any Chiefs game that I had ever seen before Sunday night was 2013 playoff. I was devastated after the Chiefs were up and lost a 28-point lead. They were up 38-10 and lost the game 45-44 to Andrew Luck. And I thought that was the most devastating game I'd ever see. Until boy, was I wrong. Sunday night, they found another way to lose, completely different way to lose.
A way I've never seen.
6 field goals in a playoff game is immaculate, but to not give up any touchdowns and still lose the ball game. Great red zone defense. I love their red zone defense. Inside linebacker, without Derek Johnson, it kind of stunk a little bit. But that offensive line, you got to give him credit. Le'Veon Bell ran all day, 170 yards on us. So
they missed DJ.
Definitely missed Derek Johnson. Definitely. Yeah. We need to get that should be the Chiefs' number 1 priority in the draft next season, or in this offseason. Second, stop blaming the whole game, the loss, on a holding call by Eric Fisher. That's not the only mistake the Chiefs made. There are easily 30 plays that the Chiefs had that they left it on the field that Travis Kelce knocked just Hulk Hogan, whoever that guy was on the field. There's one. Mitch Morse had a holding penalty. Let's see. Spencer Ware had a face mask. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif had an ineligible man downfield. We had that offense alone had many missed opportunities, many mistakes, many penalties, and it's not just that holding call. And it was. I'm going to clarify right now. That was a holding call.
Yeah.
By a former Central Michigan player. Thank you, Eric. But that's not what I'm getting at. That was a holding call. It was a good call to make. But Harrison was a little ways away from Alex Smith. All you got to do is push him away, not chokehold him and let your left arm be seen in front of the white hat. That's going to be an obvious call. I would make that call. I have made that call, and I made it in middle school games.
Yeah,
and in a few JV games. Though that holding call, that's enough of that. It happens. But Travis Kelce, they did not target him as much as he should have. Yes, he dropped a few key passes, but you have to keep going to him. He's a playmaker. Mm-hmm. Go down the field. He can make a 1 yard, what we see him as a grab, a 1 yard catch, into a 30-yard gain because his yards after catch is phenomenal. phenomenal. At first in tight ends this year. So Macklin didn't want to show up. Apparently, he had a few catches. Tyreek Hill,
He had a very clutch catch though.
He did.
After the Travis Kelce penalty, right?
That is true.
Was that in Macklin?
Yes,
that was. Yeah.
Yes. Tyreek Hill was shut down because the Steelers knew punt away from him. Don't let him return kickoffs. Don't let him return punts. It'll get into his head, and it kind of did. But Alex Smith, not seeing, not having his vision up, and just getting out of the pocket when Tyreek Hill is wide open down the middle of the field.
We saw that today.
I've been watching these plays over and over. I've been looking at the all 22 from what everybody else is showing, and this is just... I don't blame Alex Smith. I don't blame anybody. The team, you win as a team, you lose as a team. Thanks to Eric Fisher for saying that in his postgame.
And I feel bad for him.
I feel bad. Yes, I do, because it seems like all the blame is on him, or all the blame is on Alex Smith for not being that quarterback to take the Chiefs to the next level. And they're saying that Alex Smith can get you to where you need to go, but he can't take you to the Super Bowl. Can't win a Super Bowl. That's bullshit. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Because he has before the game, the fourth best QBR rating in NFL history in the postseason. No matter how many games he played, I think he's been in the postseason. He's played almost 12 games now in the postseason.
Yeah, he was with the Niners. And they
maybe
did good.
8, maybe
but
8, 9, or 10.
Some of those
games.
he didn't play with the Niners
That is
because of Kaepernick. So
we couldn't get anything going. The run game stopped, completely dead, and our offensive line couldn't get a push.
Charles this year, they did.
The Chiefs have had a lot of injuries, but you can't blame it on the injuries. People had to step up and do their job. Key takeaways from this game, positives. I take this as a positive. Chiefs won the division. Chiefs were 12-4 this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I tweeted this out right after the game. If you would have asked me if the Chiefs would have been 12-4 and won the AFC West and didn't have Jamal Charles for basically the whole season, Justin Houston coming back not till week 13, Allen Bailey, Jay Howard, Justin March, Josh Maga, all these guys hurt, and Chiefs win the division, I would have said you were crazy. I really would have. But they did so. They did so. Yes, they did so with the next guy stepping up, and I love it. Now we gotta move on, like humans do.
Cowboys gotta. I know exactly what the Cowboys gotta do. They just gotta get some help on the defense.
Yes.
They bring back Jalen Smith, who's a first round material. The Cowboys are right there. They just gotta work on the defense. Chiefs are the same way. I think the Chiefs are very much there. If they work on their offensive line, they're there. A lot like the Broncos. The offensive line in the AFC West, which it's impossible because you got the D linemen and the linebackers that are just crazy in that league, in your conference or whatever. Division. Yeah, it was frustrating. I know I called you and I said, man, this is hard. It sucks because...
The same thing I did after the Denver game, Chiefs-Broncos game, week 2 last year. I just did nothing. I set my phone down, 20, 25 minutes.
I did that.
Devastated. I didn't throw it down, no offense.
Well, not the first time I've spiked it, though.
I just sat there just dumbfounded because Chiefs season's over. They lost another big game, huge game for this organization.
We both lost at home.
Yeah, at Arrowhead, in front of a lot of fans, and we will tomorrow. The sun's gonna rise. So
yeah,
that's all I said.
Yeah, I was livid after the game. Like you said, put the phone down, put social media away. Social media can be the worst thing ever. I even tweeted that out. I think I just said social media can be horrible. Thank goodness I had a friend over, because me and him were just chilling, and that helped me, I guess, a little too. So it just stinks. We knew this coming in, that our teams are playing two of the hottest teams in football, and we were very, very confident in our teams going in, and rightfully you need to be being a fan, but I mean, both ways that they lost the game. Just
wow. I really needed to get that off.
Yeah.
I just needed to talk about
So
I could go on for days. He could go on for days
Yeah.
about the Cowboys. I could go on for days about the Chiefs. But the bottom line is, season's over.
baseball.
Off season, not yet. KU basketball. Right
You're
now.
KU.
And definitely Royals coming up. Rockies coming up.
Spring training.
Spring training's coming up. We can look forward to that.
We're headed down to Zona for that.
So
we're pretty pumped.
Chiefs right now, I would say they would need to get a inside linebacker first to eventually replace Derrick Johnson and for immediate help. Even though Josh Malgett will come back healthy, and he did great last year. We just didn't have any depth. The depth was the story this year. Maybe and do anything it takes, do everything it takes to get a quarterback, possibly in the first round, whether it's Deshaun Watson or the guy from North Carolina. Because the Chiefs need someone to.
Would you guys like to do a trade for Tony Romo?
We don't want Tony Romo.
Okay.
I'm telling you that right now. He's too expensive. We're already getting rid of Nick Foles. We don't need Tony Romo. I don't want Tony Romo.
If you had a good line, I would say that.
If we had a Cowboys offensive line, maybe.
Oh, I would in a heartbeat.
I don't want Tony Romo for the money and his age and the money, how much he wants. He could go to Denver and we could kick his butt. So, whatever.
All right.
Chiefs will rebuild, move on. Cowboys will get over it, come back stronger next year with these guys with more experience. That's all they.
Yeah.
They were young.
Yep.
Chiefs
Which Dak didn't show any nerves, I didn't think, in that game. So let's move on. Let's talk about some college basketball. Week 11 AP Top 25 rankings came out. Were you happy? You don't even have your script up.
I know.
You're reading comments. I don't even have my comments open today, people.
Baylor was number 1 last week. They lost. KU beat Oklahoma State Saturday and Oklahoma last week. Baylor lost to West Virginia, but beat K-State. Baylor went down to 6. KU was number 2. K-State at number 2, and Villanova jumped them. What the heck?
Just not your week.
But I'm fine with it.
I would be too.
KU's 5-0 in the conference. I'd rather be undefeated in the Big 12 basketball conference than number 1 in the AP poll. I'm fine with it, but come on, guys. Come on, Associated Press.
So they got that wrong. It's fair to say. We know that now.
Villanova's a great team. I'm giving them that credit. They did win it last year. Yes. They are 17-1, and I believe they won last night, so they're 18-1.
Yeah, they did win last night.
But KU won in Ames, where they lost twice.
This is after the polls, though, too. This game was after the polls.
Not a good game. I'm glad Danny Duffy signed a contract extension.
So Matty's on the hot end. This is awesome.
It's been one of the worst days of my life.
Shoot your thoughts on the AP rankings just to get him going. He's looking at comments. I told him I'm not going to look at comments today. So
what? I said the same thing.
You did,
I'm
but
looking at
you said forget it. I said no, I'm not looking at comments or not.
We're having a freaking first take argument here. Just rant.
Let's go, baby. Yes, I love
College
this.
basketball week 11 AP top 25 rankings.
Besides
Nova,
the number 1 and 2, we know those.
Villanova 1, KU 2, UCLA with Lonzo Ball and Mason Alford. They are so good. They're number 3. Gonzaga moves to 4. We haven't seen them since.
They're undefeated too.
I don't know.
Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
The year they lost to Wichita State, I believe that was. I believe that was Wichita State. So
maybe. Kentucky's at 5. Baylor falls down to 6. Creighton and West Virginia are tied for 7th. North Carolina 9. Florida State 10. This is before last night's games. Although North Carolina won yesterday. Creighton won, but they lost Maurice Williams for a while, most likely.
Yeah,
they're glue on that team.
Crazy to think Creighton and West Virginia are tied at 7. Yes, college basketball.
Thoughts on this?
On the polls.
Paul, do you have any?
I mean, I was really shocked
Shocking.
when KU didn't get one. I thought maybe Gonzaga. I thought if any team to bump up would be Gonzaga just because they're undefeated. And I don't know if the press was just on KU because of their struggles against Oklahoma State. I have no idea. I'm not an AP press member. But it was kind of shocking. But I did think Gonzaga would jump up to 1. I really did. Baylor, not surprised they fell to 6. UCLA has only got 1 loss, and it was to Oregon. Oregon is not even a top 10 team. And they have beat UCLA. They haven't lost a Pac-12 game yet. And they're 11. Oregon is ranked 11th. This to me
lost to Baylor when Baylor wasn't
ranked. And then they lost to Georgetown. But since that was the first weekend,
Dylan Brooks is back, so
yeah, and he's not kicking people. So they are doing good things, and so anyway, Oregon, I kind of felt like should be in the top 10. Do you want to just
I want to say this. I just looked at my phone. Alex Smith is going to the Pro Bowl. He's a replacement quarterback because the best quarterbacks are still left in the playoffs. So that's good for him. I don't know about any other Chiefs, but I just seen Alex Smith is going to the Pro Bowl.
I sure
That's
hope.
awesome.
I sure hope Sean Lee gets it. He deserves it. You guys know my thoughts.
How do you make the All-Pro team?
Yeah.
First team All-Pro, but not the Pro
Yeah.
Bowl?
Yeah.
I'm speculation here, but
And he was healthy all year. I could understand if he had missed some games, but he was actually healthy.
Eric, speaking of college basketball, Michigan or Michigan State, I'm not sure who he has.
Well, and
Michigan's not ranked at 12-6 because they're 12-6. Thanks for this sarcastic comment.
If he wants to
Sarcastic
go there,
response.
then I could say K-State should still be ranked because up until the Baylor game, their 3 losses were determined by 4 points. 2 of them very controversial late calls in the game that did not go their way. So I have the right to argue that. Anyway, recaps last night. Let's do that. Number 1, Villanova. I almost said DeNova. Nova. They defeat Seton Hall by 30, 76-46. Villanova's for
Let
real.
them be number 1.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Number 2,
All the pressure.
Kansas. They go into Ames.
That's always Hilton Coliseum is always
Yep.
a scary place to play.
It is.
And Monte Morris.
And Iowa State
Ball.
was down 10 with like a minute left. Cut it to 3. They lost 76-72 though.
Yeah.
Number 7, Creighton defeated Xavier. Number 22, Xavier.
But they lost.
72-67.
Maurice
like
Williams,
you said.
he may be done for a while. Maybe like a month or 2. So.
And on top of it, number 9, North Carolina defeats Syracuse 85-68. Roy Williams picks up his 800th career win. Congrats to the old former KU coach Roy.
The majority of I'm pretty sure it's like 460 something. He has at KU, and the rest at North Carolina.
And then lastly, number 13, Butler defeats Marquette. It was kind of close, 88-80. So those were your games last night. Tonight, the matchups. You want
Number 5, Kentucky goes to Mississippi State, who lost in a big game last night.
And then
Texas travels to number 6, Baylor. Illinois travels to number 21, Purdue, with Caleb Swanigan. And Michigan, who is 12-6, travels to number 17, Wisconsin. Go Badgers in this one.
Badgers will get her done.
I don't like Michigan ever since Trey Burke.
Buried that deep 3.
I'm still not
KU
over
fans,
that.
yep.
Still not over that.
KU fans can't let that one go.
Comment everything, Eric. I dare you.
Matt, there's other breaking news, man, and we just said it. Sean Lee is selected to his second consecutive Pro Bowl, this time in place of Luke Kuechly. I think he should have already been in the Pro Bowl. But, hey, congrats, Sean. I doubt you play. But it's a good it's good to add to your... I mean, it was a solid year for him.
Also, Dustin Cole quit.
Oh, nice. The punter.
Alex Smith replaces Derek Carr.
That's all I see as of now for the Blues.
That's how
Cowboys
Smith got
got a
in.
lot.
Smith got in to replace Derek Carr. Dustin Colquitt got in to replace Pat McAfee. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and look ahead to tomorrow.
Thanks for the comment, Eric.
Oh, is he going off on you? Like I said, I don't have my comments open. It was smart. I didn't want to get upset with people today, so I felt like it was just bypass it. Call in tomorrow night if you want to make me upset. Get me fired up.
Please.
We will both be ready.
His phone.
Not on. I don't know if I could. This is some
I
hard,
want to see him do it.
heavy duty
Please make
material. On top of it, Matt. Looking ahead to Wednesday, I think we are going to have fan night. Let's start off with that. That'll be tomorrow night. We'll have also breaking news, recap. I don't know why I had that recap of the divisional round. I don't know why that's on there, but college basketball recaps and matchups, and then we have yet to do this. We said we're going to keep doing it. The final college football. Top 25.
We will do that.
And we might grade. I just got to thinking.
We
Why
will
don't
do
we
that
grade
Thursday? I'm
Thursday?
thinking
Thursday, yeah, since fan show. And then
And
why
then
don't
it'll be
we
next
grade
week.
the conferences? So the ACC, give them a grade for regular season, postseason, and then Big 12, vice versa, all that. And then, hey, we are gonna have some breaking news finally. I think to announce to them tomorrow night. I think it's time to.
Should we? Do they deserve it?
I mean, they've been waiting. We said first of the year, and here we are. What's
17th of the year?
We're the 17th of the new year already. Holy cow!
Yes.
It's time to bring
It's
it.
time to bring it.
So we will bring you guys the breaking news on our show. Matt's upset. So I might just wrap this show up.
Also, I remember Eric saying this earlier. Today at 5 p.m., we have a press conference for the newly hired Fort Hays State
Oh,
women's soccer coach. We have a press conference at 5 p.m. today, Mr. Blake Reynolds. So
okay.
just letting you know that. Eric definitely wanted me to plug that into the show today. So.
Congrats to him once again.
Welcome back, Fort Hays students.
Yes,
Today's the first day of classes.
we're back in
Not that
school.
I had one, but
I only have one. Thanks,
So-
Dr. Maska. That was not sarcastic response.
It was
We love you, Dr. Maska.
So-
Anyway, Matt, wrap this sucker up. I'm ready to get off.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at MHSM Sports Show. Like our Facebook page at Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. Follow our YouTube channel at Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. Click that subscribe button. And also, don't forget to go follow our new Instagram page at Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Talk. From Matty Highland,
Smitty McQueen.
we hope to see you tomorrow for Fan Night Wednesday.